What's up, Centerville? This is Gene Pritchard with the Gene Group Realty, bringing you another episode of What's Up, Centerville. It's a show that's going to give you information on what's up in your town, what's going down, and everything around. So today we have a special opportunity to connect with a business owner right here in Centerville. Her name is Kait Brown, and she's with Savorista Coffee. So welcome, Kait.
Gene, thank you so much for having me on your show. I'm so excited to be here with you today.
More than welcome. I was excited about having you out because this is something that's passionate to me, coffee. If anyone knows me, they know that I just love coffee. And so I ran into Kait at the Cincinnati Coffee Convention down in Cincinnati this year. And we had a unique connection because I was looking for something different, some decaf. So I'm gonna let Kait tell you about her business and kind of where I connected with her and where we go from here, but tell us a little bit more about your business.
Sure. So Savorista is a caffeine-conscious coffee company. So we specialize in fantastic tasting low-caf and decaf coffees, which is where we met you around our, I think particularly our low-caf coffees.
The low-caf, yes.
Particularly interesting. So a lot of times people are like, I want to be intentional about my caffeine, but I still want great tasting coffee. And so we find that our low-caf coffees have been really popular, and the decafs as well for either people who are, they want to do the caffeine in the morning, and then they also want a great tasting coffee with their evening dessert, or just a variety of people who decide that, I don't feel my best on lots of caffeine.
I know. And so that's kind of where that's where my position was. My daughter really doesn't enjoy caffeinated coffee, so I was really looking for something for her because I was, I'm all in caffeine.
Oh,
right?
okay.
And so
thanks for giving us a try.
Right, yeah. And I made my way around to your booth, and your husband Daniel started talking to me, and he was like, "Hey, give it a try."
Because I remember you looking a little bit skeptical. You're
like this decaf thing, maybe not, right? So I took a sip of it. It tasted really good. Got a little history and brought some home. And from that point, I was like, I got to get Kait on the show because it's really good. So real quick though, you're from Centerville.
I am, yeah. So I grew up here. I graduated from Centerville High School way back in 2002.
Okay.
So to date myself a little bit, but so I grew up here and traveled and lived elsewhere for quite a while, and then just recently came back this year.
Great. And then, so how did you get started with Savorista? What started this company?
Yeah, so I've loved coffee for a very long time, kind of like you. I've just really been a coffee lover. My first job, actually, when I was at Centerville High School, was as a barista at Boston Stoker.
Okay.
At their old Centerville location when it was back by Dorothy Lane.
Yes.
So that was really where my love of coffee really began, and my love of high quality coffee. And then fast forward, 15 years or so. To about 3 years ago, I was living in Chicago, and I was just going through a really stressful time at work. I was working in consulting on a particularly stressful project, and my father was diagnosed with cancer at the same time. Yeah. Thank you. And so, as you can imagine, that was a stressful time,
yes.
And the caffeine in my coffee was really just amplifying my stress, preventing me from sleeping. And so after days of not sleeping, I switched to decaf because I couldn't imagine giving up coffee. Why would you do that? But I was just surprised at how hard it was to find really good decaf coffee.
Yes.
Even at my favorite specialty roasters, I always felt like an afterthought there. Maybe they had one option that was, decent, but it was clearly not where they were investing their energy. Right. And a lot of times it was really even hard to find that decent option. And so, anyways. So I was like, well, this is crazy because this is the first time in my life where I'm drinking coffee only for the flavor and not the caffeine.
Right.
And I can't find coffee with good flavor. So that was really what kicked off my obsession with figuring out how do we do great tasting coffee with less caffeine, and my questions around why is decaf typically bad.
Yeah.
And to answer those, my husband and I traveled to Colombia and East Africa. We met with producers and decaffeinators and anyone else in the coffee space that would talk to us to really try to dig into that, and ended up finding our first coffee while we were on that decaf quest.
Yeah, and it's good coffee too. I've made my way through several bags now and have my favorites, but they all...
So which are your favorites?
So I like Barely Buzzed. That's every day. And then the Colombian Adventure is my go-to. Now the Panamera Is that what it is? Panamera?
The Panorama, yeah.
Panorama. I was thinking of the Porsche Panamera.
Okay. No. I mean, definitely compares to a Porsche.
The coffee tasted so exquisite.
Right.
And fine. I thought that was the name.
Those are the comparisons we were going for.
Yeah,
so.
but the panorama view.
Yes, exactly.
It was a very fruity, and so that went with food really well. So that was pretty good. So those are my three.
Awesome. Those are three of our very popular ones as well. So.
And you brought one today. Now, what was the difference?
So the one I brought today, I brought today our Yeso Espresso, which is a darker roast, not our darkest roast, but this one's just really great, brewed a variety of different ways.
Okay.
It's great in an espresso machine, but also I drink it as a pour over many times, or a lot of our customers say they love to put it in their automatic drip machine, or
Gotcha.
brew it as a French press actually, because it's a little bit darker and the oils come out really well there.
Right.
Let's see, what else did I bring here? Yep, the Panorama right here. So the low calf that's fruity, has great berry notes. The Barely Buzzed, your favorite.
My favorite.
So our darker low calf, and then the San Augustine. So
and that's what we tasted.
that's what we tasted, with the siphon.
We did it in the siphon, vacuum siphon, and it creates this subtle yet strong, flavorful coffee. That you really have to experience. But that was really good as well. So, question for you. My big question is this: how do you decaffeinate coffee?
Great question. And a lot of people, have a lot of concerns. They've heard about these chemical decaffeination processes. And that actually is like 75% of the market is done with harsh chemicals like methylene chloride and things.
Right.
And we were like, you know what, that, like, we're all around so many chemicals every day that we can't prevent. So
why add another?
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
why add another?
Yeah.
And so we actually only use decaffeination processes that use natural ingredients.
Okay.
So we do a lot of the Swiss water, which only uses water. So they use water and a process kind of similar to osmosis to coax the caffeine out of the bean over time.
Okay.
And then we use another process that starts with sugarcane, actually.
Okay.
And so they ferment the sugarcane, turn it into molasses, and pull the ethyl acetate out of the molasses. And that's something that's in fruits and things that we eat all the time.
Right.
And that actually just kind of grabs the caffeine molecules out of the beans.
And flushes it out.
Yeah,
Awesome.
exactly. So we actually visited that decaffeination facility in Colombia when we were down there. Yeah,
Okay.
and just met their fantastic team. It's
Great coffee while you're there.
oh my gosh, we done so much great coffee while we were in
Yeah.
Colombia, which is why we started the journey there actually, because they had a natural decaffeination facility and fantastic coffee, and we're like, all right, we should really start here
It's
to
a
try to
win.
figure this out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So another question is, how much caffeine is in a normal cup of coffee, and then how much caffeine is in your low calf? Is it just a half calf, really?
Great question. So yeah, typically a normal cup of coffee is about 100 milligrams of caffeine plus, depending on how you brew it. Different brew times and brew methods have more or less caffeine. The longer the water is in contact with the bean, the more caffeine that the water will pull out, basically. So our our low calf is the options we have now are about a half calf. So they're a blend of decaf beans, decaf Swiss water beans, and some fully caffeinated beans that we've really blended together for both like beautiful flavor profiles and half the caffeine. And then in the future, we're looking to expand to some actually naturally low caffeine coffees that exist, but are very rare and much harder to find. So.
Gotcha. So then, I believe that a normal cup of coffee is what, 95?
Yeah, like 95, 100 milligrams, somewhere in there.
So that would make it somewhere around 45, 50.
Exactly.
To start your day. So that's what was good for me, because I too have now moved to this half calf, low calf kind of lifestyle with my coffee. And I'm gonna tell you, I was kicking and screaming that I didn't want to get away from my caffeinated roast, because I roast my own beans as well.
Do you? I didn't know that about you. That's fantastic.
Yeah, so when I was down at the convention, I probably had 20 pounds of green bean that I was lugging around that I picked up from the vendors there. So I'll do that, and and then I kind of had health issues. You're getting up in number, and I had not a stressful job, but it's very challenging.
Yeah.
And blood pressure was kind of elevated. So how do you attack that? So caffeine actually exacerbates that a lot.
Absolutely.
So I got away from the caffeine, and my numbers have come down and feel
Great.
great.
I'm so glad to hear that.
And this is an everyday drink for me, Kate.
Awesome.
So we love it. So question for you.
Absolutely.
What's next? Where do you go? What are your goals? Where do you go from here? What's coming up next for Savorista?
Yeah, so we just launched our low calf coffees,
Okay.
and those have been super popular, and so we're really excited about that and looking to build out kind of a broader portfolio of both low calf coffees as well as some new decafs. We have a really exciting new decaf coffee from Kenya that we'll be launching
Okay.
soon, and I'd never had or even really heard of a
caffeinated AA?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Fantastic. I'm so
Yeah.
excited. We're going to launch it right
Okay.
around the holidays. So we're always on the coffee side looking for new, exciting coffees to bring to our customers.
Okay.
But really looking to grow our community of people
Yes.
who are more intentional about their caffeine. So, our approach isn't that caffeine is bad,
Right.
but at least from my personal experience, I just started drinking lots of caffeinated coffee by default without really ever thinking about it. And so we're growing a community of people who are just a little bit more thoughtful and mindful about how caffeine fits into their lives and find whatever balance makes sense for them and for their body.
Yeah.
We're all different. We all respond to things
Exactly.
differently. So just really trying to help people do more of that.
Awesome.
And then in 2020, we're looking to collaborate with some businesses that are excited about really offering great coffee with less caffeine to their customers as well.
And here in the Gene Group, if you're a client of ours and you're on site, then you will get to enjoy a cup of that if you like.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I love
So
that.
we'll definitely have that here.
Fantastic.
So,
Thank you so much.
So you're welcome. And how do we get in contact with you?
So our website is savoristacoffee.com. And so there you can learn about us, find our coffees, and our email address is just hello@savoristacoffee.com. So we'd love to hear from you. Also, you can find us on social media at Savorista Coffee. So, join us on Instagram or Facebook. Let us know what you think. Let us know how caffeine and coffee fit into your life, what you love about your coffee ritual. We would just love to have you as part of our community.
Yeah, great. So we want to thank you for coming and
Thank
being
you.
a part of What's Up Centerville. This is a show that we try to keep you, Centerville, tuned in with the businesses who are supporting you and live in your community. And I took it upon myself to say, hey, I want to give back to the business community, and I wanted to give to you. So
Thank you so
thank you
much.
for being here. It's a beautiful product, lovely product, and I enjoyed it. So I wanted all of you to know about it. So thanks for joining us on What's Up Centerville. If you want to know more about Kate, you can look down at the bottom here. There'll be some links to her website. You can reach out to me with the information that's now shown on your screen. And if you want to be a business that's featured on What's Up in Centerville, reach out to me. You can click on our link where you're watching this or in the link in the comment and submit your business, and we'll have a conversation so you can get in front of Centerville and share what you have going on and say what's up. All right, we thank you again.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
so
joining
much.
us. We appreciate it.